Hey, ladies, I wanted to come on and have a quick chat about sodium. I have had so many questions about how much salt should we eat and how does it affect weight gain. So we're always hearing about sodium, and sometimes we think that maybe because we're of a certain age that sodium doesn't impact our weight gain and that those rules about sodium don't apply to us if we don't have high blood pressure. But that couldn't be further from the truth. And this is something that I teach in my practice to the clients in my weight loss programs day in and day out. And I wanted to do a little live demonstration to show you how sodium impacts our weight gain, because it certainly does. So by the time we're an adult, we have about 25 to 35 billion fat cells. And if we think about a fat cell, and I'm going to use a stocking just to get my point across here. Every time we eat sodium, we start adding to the capacity of our fat cell because water follows salt. So let's say that this is a normal fat cell. That's maybe what it looks like. Well, every time we eat something that's high in sodium, which is processed food, we start adding fluid to our fat cells. So you might start with what looks like a deflated balloon and end up with something that looks like this. And this may look familiar. Our cells like to be nice and round like this one. But when we start eating more sodium in our diet, our cells become misshapen because the water follows the salt into the cell. And so essentially what we're doing is we're creating storage space for those 25 to 35 billion fat cells that we have. We're creating more storage space for triglyceride, for liquid lipid, for fats to be stored in this fat cell because we've created more space because the water has stretched out the cell. So it's really important to look at sodium on the food labels that you're buying. When you buy packaged foods, look at the sodium, and if it's over 20%, look for another brand or put it back, or even better yet, make it at home. You forgo literally a third of the sodium by just simply cooking at home. So knowing that salt builds storage space for fat gives you a little bit of leeway in being able to know better and do better. So the next time you're picking up something that is high in salt, really think about that. The other thing is that if you find yourself in a situation where your joints hurt or you can't get your rings on because you've had a meal that's high in sodium, the next day, try and incorporate foods that are high in potassium. So that's things like avocado, kale, spinach, bananas, potatoes. Those will help you naturally expel the sodium that's in your body. So water follows salt, and salt follows potassium. So you want to make sure that you're paying attention to the sodium that you're eating. And if you do eat it and you need it to naturally come out of your body, try and eat some foods that are higher in sodium. But when you're choosing foods that are higher in sodium, which I know we all do occasionally, really think about this analogy of a regular cell versus a cell that has salt that has now become misshapen and full of triglyceride or fat cells, because you are literally creating storage space for fat when you eat more sodium. I hope that is a helpful tip. I get these questions all the time, and I'm going to try to start answering them as I get time here online. So if you have a question, please feel free to send it to me either here at my email, or you can always comment below and I will answer them as I get them. I'll see you soon. Have a great day. Have a great weekend ahead. Bye-bye.